water, earth, fire, air. Long ago, the four nations lived together in harmony. Then, everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. Only the Avatar, master of all four elements, could stop them. But when the world needed him most, he vanished.
Perfect.
What is up, peeps? Today we are in a quest to turn into the Avatar. Just pretend that I have no hair. We are going to be working on turning the Avatar techniques, a lot of the bending stuff, into real life stuff and see how it works on the bag. I would do it in sparring, but that's going to be difficult when we're not allowed to spar. We're not allowed to be in person with each other and punch each other's necks and whatnot. So what we're going to be doing is breaking it down, turning it into real life techniques. We're going to do all of season 1 in this episode, and then if you guys like it, we'll turn it into different seasons later on. Let's jump into it. Zuko does here a high side kick, low side kick. He then jumps instead of checking the kick. As soon as he lands, he pivots, turns into a cross. After he does that, he takes his left foot, steps forwards, goes double jab, frames and holds, and then crosses with the backhand. Now, mind you, there's fire coming out of his hands every time. I'm going to have a hard time doing that. But this one's actually kind of a really doable technique. Like, obviously, you're not going to jump over somebody's kick as often. But there's plenty of times where I'll throw something, and then I'll throw it, and then I'll lift my leg over top of it. You want to count that as a jump, because you can lift over top of it and then also turn into things. But that's going to be the idea of what we do right here. We're going to go high side kick, low side kick, very viable option. We're going to drop into a cross, switch stances, jab, jab, bang, with that finisher, that hot fire flames technique, okay? Let's get after it. I need you guys to come with me. Off pretty simple, bang, bang, and then he jumps, and then he goes cross, and he switches through jab, jab, cross, okay? So we'll do it again. Ooh, look at me. Same thing. Let's switch it with the other side, because I like my left foot. No, bang, bang, bang. That transition is going to be where it's a little weird, and I think he's got a little more time because the guy explodes backwards. So we'll take that time, we'll take like a natural cool step. And then we'll start punching things again. I'm not as good as a... Actually, that wasn't bad. Actually, that wasn't bad. Okay, ready? That was it. That was the sound.
It can't be!
Okay, so for a real combo, it looks something like this. Honestly though, like this is like really cool. It makes you feel like a superhero, like a, I don't know, I guess it's the kid in me. Doing this kind of stuff, like this really fun stuff, is just so enjoyable, and I'm sweating just as much as I do when I spar. So maybe I'll do this more often. Maybe I'll start to work on my cardio, you know? But this stuff is just enjoyable. So we're not done yet, but if you have other fight scenes that you want to see me do, make sure you comment the link and then subscribe and turn on the notifications so when they come out, you're ready for it. I just keep getting sweaty. Now that I'm all wet and nasty, we're gonna do some water tribe stuff, some water bending. Okay, so it starts off with Katara and Paku Paku, I think that's right. Anyway, she pulls up some water and then she's like this, which is like sort of like but she like throws these blades of ice. You see it sometimes in like karate. You could argue that that's sort of like Basai, but she's chopping side to side and she's like throwing these blades of ice at the water guy. It's pretty sick. Okay, so we'll just call that. You could argue that this is a sweep. I've got somebody's legs here and I'm pushing across, trying to dump them over top of my legs. I'm gonna talk about like bunkai of this. We're gonna try and make it as realistic as possible. So I'm probably bang, 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 not gonna do that part. But what was really cool was the guy who's here and he goes boom, 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 bang. Okay, so he blocks these shards of ice and he goes oosh, oosh, bah, bang, boop. So those kind of blocks are stuff that you like see in certain types of karate, which is derived from Kung Fu. So we're gonna do that part, which we're gonna treat as parries. I see the water tribe as doing like a bunch of parries and whip-like motions. So the parries here could be like something comes around the outside, I'm blocking a kick and then striking up, right? I've done this plenty of times in sparring where I'll block a kick and then throw something of my own. He just happens to be parrying a bunch of things at once. I mean, it's a TV show. Okay, so slow-mo. Angle, angle, straight up. A thump. You're really flowy. Just like water, it flows until it crashes. It's the same idea, right? Of what's happening is I'm loosening and then I'm striking with this upper part of the wrist here. And you can hit kind of hard with this, right? And what I'm trying to do is thump here. Now this isn't, you can hit with this, you can parry with this. You could take the idea of just parrying like outside block, stuff like that. We'll do a video on how I see bunkai and the outside block and the inside block and the upper head blocks. We'll talk about that later. And then the same thing when it comes to the inside, hitting with that palm. So I could go like this, then I could do the same thing, then I could go up. Now ideally you wouldn't want to be in this deep stance with one hand not being used, boom, 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 relying on big movements to block. But it looks cool, man, it does. So, okay.
It can't be!
This fight between Zuko and Aang, where Aang does this cool butterfly kick and then into like a double push type deal. At Zuko literally just running at Aang, this. Which is not super threatening in real life, but I guess if like fire comes out of your hands, maybe you should look out for it. Airbending techniques are very like circular and above ground for the most part, right? Like air, right? It moves, it swivels, and it spins in the air. So he starts off with what like is a butterfly technique. Whoa. I'm not gonna lie, that was better than I thought it was gonna be for my first try. And then he like, it's like a boom, bang, which looks like a back fist, boom, bang. And then an overhand, boom, bop. Ooh, I kinda like that. Because he's generating momentum with this cool like butterfly kick, we're gonna not hit with that. So we'll do this on the bag in a couple seconds. We're gonna focus on Aang's part here, where I'm going like this. I'm going circle here, and it's like a shot put kind of thing where I'm going like this, and then there. I'm gonna pull with this leg. Bang! Woo!
Perfect, 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 perfect.
I gotta work on that. That sucks. Oh man.
Perfect, 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 perfect.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm ready. Still needs work. So that was season 1. If you liked it, make sure you let me know in the comments. Hit the like button, share it with your buddies. Hopefully I can edit it to do it justice. We'll see. If you want to see me do season 2, you want to like send me specific fight scenes that you want me to recreate, as long as you guys are into it, we'll definitely do that. This is actually a lot of fun. I really enjoyed this. Hold on, I want to get that thing right again. So yeah, make sure you guys like, turn on the notifications, and you guys know the deal. If you don't subscribe, I will kick you. Bang!